Hello and welcome to another episode of A Day in the District. I'm your host, Chelsea Whittington. A Day in the District is a program designed to help you, the viewer, stay connected to your Gary Community School Corporation. Today we are making history on the show in that we have our first couple of parents here on set to give a parent's perspective. It's my delight, it's my honor, and my pleasure to welcome my friends and my parents for the district, the Burtons, to the show. To my immediate left is Nina Burton and her husband, LaBarron Burton Sr. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to come and talk to us as parents of the district. How are you, Nina?
We are good. Thanks for having us.
Yes.
We appreciate it.
LaBarron, you good?
Doing great.
Yes. When you said yes, I was like, yes, because oftentimes, no shade, no surprise. Where are the parents? You all don't include the parents in anything. We need a voice, and I'm here to dispel those myths today because I know that we know one another, but if we didn't, the two of you often stand out as parents who are totally superbly involved in your children's lives at all of the schools. So Nina, break it down and tell us how many children the two of you have who are either in or have come through the Gary Community Schools.
We have a total of 5 children.
5 people. Okay, so you have some experience here.
We have some experience, yes. They are 2 in college. Hannah graduated in 2020. She's at Kentucky State University. Sarah graduated in 2021, 22.
Okay.
And she's at Kankakee College. LaBarron is a senior here at Westside. We have Priscilla. She's at Gary Middle, 8th grade. And we have Lawyer. He's 5th grade at Banneker Achievement Center.
Wow. So LaBarron, what made you stay in the Gary schools? We have options, we know that, and we've had this conversation. Sometimes when things aren't the way you want them to be or need them to be at a certain time, parents walk. Why didn't you walk?
We didn't walk because we actually came to the Gary schools. We actually started off with our children in charter schools. And we saw that the Gary schools could offer more for the kids. I got a phone call from a teacher who was almost, well, my wife got the phone call, who was almost in tears saying, hey, your son needs more, you need to take him out.
Really?
You know, yes.
Wow.
This is a phone call that we received. And we had a lot of respect for this particular teacher, and we had our child out of school within a week, you know, and we took him over to Worth Emerson, you know, and yes, we were hit with the changes, you know, we were a little taken back with some of the changes and things, but in anything, you become a part of it, you know. And that's just what we've been doing. You know, we're in the community, our children are in the schools, so along this way, we just make sure that we're a part of the process.
Yes.
And
now, Nina, you, in fact, are a graduate of an awesome institution in the Gary schools. And so you have seen the ups, the downs, the changes. And talk a little bit about your journey and then compare it to what it is now for your children.
I graduated in 1990 from Westside High School at the time, which was just Westside High School. We had an awesome experience when we were in schools. We still had challenges then, but we still had that sense of family and that sense of community. I have watched the school system, and I've seen the struggles, I've seen the positives, and I would say at this point, this year definitely, I believe, has been, for us, one of the best that we've seen as far as the academics for the children, of course, the upgrades to all of the schools, not just Westside, because I hear a lot of people saying they're only upgrading Westside. Not true.
Not true.
Get out and visit the schools, and you'll see the upgrades. But definitely, I'm seeing the progress, and I'm just happy to be a part of that progress.
That's good to hear. And this is not a scripted show,
No,
for
it's
those
not.
of you who are wondering. No note cards. Now, LaBarron, you are not a born Gary, but one would not be able to tell, I will say, as far as you coming and getting involved. Talk a little bit, and we'll go deeper in the next segment, but from an extracurricular activity standpoint, I know your children are heavily involved in various activities from music to sports. Yeah. What offerings have stood out for you for them?
Oh, wow. From the first year, my children were able to go to China. I don't even have a passport, you know. They were able to go to China to learn the Chinese instruments. Mm-hmm. They played at the downtown Chicago with the orchestra. They've been able to see things that I didn't get a chance to see, and I was in Illinois, one of the better school systems, mm-hmm. you know. Basketball, the girls in basketball, track, you know, LaBarron has had an opportunity to write his name in history.
Yes.
You know, they got the second best record in the school's history.
That is correct.
You know, all conference for football. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they've had the opportunity to kind of sign their name, you mm-hmm. know, on and make this a part of them. You know, which children don't always get that, because I didn't have that. If anyone asked me what school, she probably don't even know the name of my school.
You all been married a minute.
I'm exaggerating, but it's just, you know, it's nothing that I'm excited about, you know. Which my children, they bleed blue and orange. You know?
Good.
And I love it, because they weren't as receptive when we first.
That's what I was going to ask Nina. When you said, all right, troops, pack it up, everybody's going to another school. We got about a minute before we get out of here with our first segment. What was the reaction, Nina?
No. Absolutely not.
Can we go to a private school?
Right. Oh, my.
Well, the thing that we have to remember, and the thing that we have to learn as the Gary community, is that we can't let other people dictate what our school is and mm-hmm. who our children are. And there was always that negative connotation associated with West Side or whatever. But they got here and they thrived. They love it.
Well, we are so excited about that. Now, you didn't say your oldest child's name, and I want to make sure we go back to one who came out first.
Hannah.
Hannah Banana, also a photographer.
She's a photographer,
athlete,
yes.
And is she doing all right? I want to ask about her first.
She's doing well at Kentucky State. She's adjusted.
Did she get a scholarship? How did we help her get there? Did the schools help or recruitment?
This was her going out on her own. She originally got a full scholarship to IUPUI,
okay,
but she wanted the HBCU experience.
Nice, and that's a great place for us to put a pin in it, HBCUs. You are watching A Day in the District, and I am your host, Chelsea Whittington. A Day in the District, as you can see, helps you, the viewers, stay connected to your Gary Community School Corporation and its parents. When we come back, we're going to talk about how parents can get involved and what Nina and LaBarron have been up to. Stay right there. We'll be right back.
Don't tell anybody, but I'm a bookworm. I'm one of those very ambitious, highly motivated overachievers you've heard about. When I enrolled in Gary Community Schools, I thought I'd be all alone. Sort of like an anomaly or a unicorn. Turns out, that wasn't true at all. There's lots of us here.
Gary Schools. Strong. Resilient. Built for education.
It's gross. I don't really want to talk about it. She didn't want to at first, but I mean, it's no big deal. Everybody does it.
I was ready. Totally ready. Because we had been practicing this dance for weeks.
He was supposed to take this girl to this dance, but
I sprained my ankle at track practice.
I hate sharing anything personal. It's so disgusting. For the dance, I let her wear my shoes and she hated it, but I thought she looked great in them.
He could barely even walk.
I ended up taking some pills for my pain.
Yeah, they were my mom's, but
it didn't go well.
If it's not yours. If it's not yours.
If it's not yours.
Hey, you.
Don't take it.
Don't take it.
Don't take it.
Don't take it. You won't believe what happened next.
Welcome back to A Day in the District. I'm still your host, Chelsea Whittington. keeping you connected to your Gary Community School Corporation. Okay, so full transparency, I was extra excited about welcoming our guests, LaBarron Sr. and Nina Burton. But Nina, you and I actually graduated high school together. So
that's right.
Great times, great memories, and we have seen the ups, the downs, and it's just a joy always to see my friends stick it out, stay here. So we are still here. I also want to take a quick moment. You may not know this, but behind the scenes, we actually have Westside Leadership Academy students working on set. And so a special shout out to Hallie Bradley and Calvin Lucky, who are counting me down, helping run the cameras. And again, it's a testament to what we've been talking about as far as opportunities for our young people to explore careers and to just get an opportunity to have those real world experiences because this is a real world set here. And so I would like to know from you, Nina, is that one of the other draws that you would say would be a selling point for the district?
Definitely. Our daughter that just graduated was a part of the aviation program. Last year, Sarah, she participated in that. And our daughter, Priscilla, who's in the 8th grade, is now looking to go into the Career Center and exploring those career options as well. So this definitely having those hands-on real world experiences is definitely a great opportunity for our students.
And since you mentioned aviation, I have to pile on in that 2 of our schools have achieved STEM status by the state of Indiana. We're looking to do another school to get their certification at the end of the year. And I think that opens up even more opportunities. But let's talk about the burdens, because I know that when growing up, we look to our parents as examples of what they do and maybe what we can explore. And I think they've been exploring or helping in what you all do. I'll start with you, LaBarron, and the businesses that you have.
Well, I'm the owner of Popcorn World. We're the world's largest popcorn store. I am tasking to take that national, so my children have had the ability to watch that process, the ups, the downs, the lows, the pluses, the minuses. And Burton Equity Group, which is a parenting company where we actually are doing technology, software, things of that nature. And I am the president of Woodland Child Development Center, which I have the privilege and the honor to have my wife running that ship.
Yes. So talk a little bit about Woodland. I've been over there a few times, and let me just say, the babies are super adorable.
Woodland Child Development Center. We are a child development center. We service children from 3 months up to 12 years of age. Although we are a child development center, we are curriculum-based, and we believe in offering our kids various experiences to make sure that they are well-equipped for their educational journey.
So, Nina, I brought that up. I was glad that we closed it out with Woodland because I feel like that gives you another layer of perspective when we talk about dealing with parents. So, let's talk about dealing with parents.
Yes.
You either have parents who are vocal, non-vocal, vocal in a positive way, or totally not involved. Talk about what you have seen from Woodland and then parlay it over to the district, and then we'll get into some solutions.
I'm going to combine it all because
mix it up.
A parent is a parent.
Okay.
Young child, older child, it becomes very difficult when parents don't communicate.
Okay.
And if they choose to communicate in an adverse way, and then you're tasked with trying to build that relationship, but in order to build a relationship, it has to come from both sides.
That's right.
So we always encourage our parents to communicate with us and follow the chain of command, and those things really always, as far as Woodland, we always have a great working relationship, and that's better for the child and for the children that's a part of the program. I would say here for the school district, because we deal with more than one school, of course, is that it's very important to establish those relationships. I don't wait for the school to establish it with me or him. We go out and we meet the principals, we meet the teachers, we meet the staff, whether it's a maintenance worker, whether it's a security guard, we make ourselves known, and they know if there's anything that goes on, they can contact us for it.
I like that. And you know, coming out of a season or trying to come out of a season of COVID, there were some obvious challenges and disconnection, but it also offered a platform where the districts across the country were tasked with being over communicators. You talked to me on occasion about the dojo classrooms and
Clever,
everything, and
dojo.
How talk to me about your experience with those types of non face-to-face communication, and what the district has done and what we can do.
I always applaud our teachers. I've always said from when we were children up to now, Gary Community Schools have always had the best teachers during that time, which is one of the most difficult times anyone could experience. We've never experienced it before.
Right.
They were champions because they made sure that they communicated with us, even when the kids were in school, online. If my children were not doing what they were supposed to do, they made sure they contacted us some way, somehow. Yeah. So yes, we had the emails. We even had a few phone calls. We had Class Dojo. We had Clever. So they did their best. I can't speak for 100% of them, but for the most part, our teaching staff did their best to make sure.
All right, Gary Schools and our teachers. I mean, but I think about it too. I mean, you've named a couple of platforms that I don't even know. And so it was a challenge for everyone, I'm sure, to get on board if you didn't know what Dojo was, you know, from the parents' perspective as well. And I'd like to just share with parents who are watching who may not be aware. We do have a variety of mechanisms that we're trying to stay up with technology so that they can check things from their phones and be able to go online and access things in the middle of the night, because we all know that parents work different hours, they have different challenges. So what do you think, Mr. Technology, as far as communications and levels of improvement that we should grasp to make sure that we connect with parents?
I think everything is you know, right on par, because my wife, I give her credit. She lines herself up and she stays in tune with all of that, you know. One of the things is, you know, bringing everything into one interface so you don't have to go from several different places, you know. But other than that, you know, she's on my kids when they walk in the door because she knows what the teacher says before, you know, they get in there. And I already know the line of questioning. Did you do such and such? And they stop because they're like,
now,
well,
Skyward doesn't lie.
You're called.
Right. So just having that communication, you know, and even a few times where communication wasn't clear, we just hop on the email. You know, I'll see her forward me an email that she's communicated with a teacher or administrator.
I love it. When we come back, we're going to delve even deeper. We talk about communications. We're going to talk about those phones and making sure that the Gary Community School Corporation is doing what we need to do from every avenue of communications. You're watching A Day in the District. Stay where you are because we'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Dr. Paige McNulty. I'm the manager for the Gary Community School Corporation, and I am pleased to be joined today with the Jackson 5 family members, Tito and Marlon Jackson.
Hi,
how are you? Thanks for being here today.
Again. Not only are we members of the world-famous Jackson 5, but we are proud products of the Gary schools.
Growing up in Gary, our school system afforded great opportunities from academics to extracurricular activities.
And today is no different. This is why we encourage you to enroll your child in the Gary schools today.
For more information, please call 219-881-5466 or visit garyschools.org. And please remember, enroll in Gary Schools today.
Yes, definitely enroll.
Gary Schools.
Strong, resilient.
Built for education.
Welcome back to the final segment of A Day in the District. I'm Chelsea Whittington, and I'm chatting with my friends, the Burtons of Popcorn World and Burton Equity and Woodland Child Development. You didn't happen to bring popcorn Okay, that's another show. I'm sorry, I get distracted by the snacks. But in all seriousness, it's always great to get a parent perspective. And I think that having spoken with the two of you, these first two segments, that I definitely want to implement and have more parents on. So they won't say, well, you just did that because Nina's your classmate, or you love their popcorn, or whatever. It really is about hearing the voice of the parents. So for those who are not familiar with Skyward, Skyward is our communication system that we switched over to in this school year, and it's designed to have attendance, grades, special announcements, all of these things that parents can access from their phones, from the website. Talk about your experience with Skyward. I don't have to use it as much because I'm not a parent, but it's designed to help, and would love to hear feedback that I can share with IT.
Well, it has been, when we had to register, I'll start there for school, it took me 5 minutes to register, and I was able to do it through Skyward, so that was awesome. I am able to look up GPA, because I have a senior, so I need to know where he is.
Where are those grades?
I need to see those grades. We get the attendance, and the communication, the emails that come through. So it has been a great source of information and connection back to the school.
All right. Well, I will share that with our IT team, Daryl, Dale, and Vincent, them. They always want to know, well, what are the parents saying? And everybody is not technologically savvy. So, LaBarron, what do you say to that? Some good old-fashioned communication, is that always in order? No, he's the tech guy. Who am I?
No, I'm the tech guy, but at some point, I'm a traditional networker, you know, and for me, that's the way I prefer to network. As she uses the tech for communication more than I do, as far as, you know, checking on the kids, the Skyward and things like that. I'm more, I need to see the teacher so I can sit in front of them. You know?
And that brings me, you all fall right into my line of questioning every time. I should have been a lawyer, but no, seriously. This is talking about parental involvement. I wanted to close the show out with that conversation as far as I see you all in the stands all the time. And it is my gut feeling that even after the last one is gone, I'm still going to see you in the stands. That love for community. So we have started to implement or bring back the PTAs in every building, and then the parent boosters. Can you talk about some of the opportunities that you can share with the parents who may be watching that may not know what's happening?
It is best to get involved as soon and as early as you can. It may not be a sitting in a classroom type of thing, but our children need our support. So whether it's volunteering at games, or whether it's volunteering to assist a club after school, we need to make sure that we show up for the children. It's not about anything else, but it's about supporting our kiddos.
And I want to add on to that, because it takes me back to our opening game, because as you know, because of those renovations, people are very excited about seeing our facilities, but it goes so far beyond just coming to see the track, coming to see the Jumbotron. But I really think that was a great kickoff to the school year, to let the children know that we are in fact there for them. But that was football. So there are so many other sports that are taking place in the district, and we even had a spell bowl yesterday. And so all of these types of opportunities for parents to get involved are gradually returning to the district. And I just wanted to say that because I'm so excited about it. But I don't want to sweep our topic off camera under the rug as far as that good old-fashioned communication. And you said there was one thing that you wanted to bring up so that I can share and take this back to the district. It's not me. This is a parent platform.
We appeal to the schools to answer your telephones.
Answer the phones at the front desk, because you know how it gets busy behind the desk, but it's that time where we need to hear that. Good morning, Westside Leadership Academy. Good morning, but the whatever school. And so I won't even throw it on one school, because you have children across the district. So we're gonna, I'm taking the message back. I am the messenger. I know they say, well, Chelsea, you're the good news girl, and try to twist everything around. But everybody needs improvement. Everybody has areas where we can address them. But now comes the time that instead of me saying it, I am asking parents, true live parents, current parents in the district, to make the appeals to your colleagues, your other parents whom you know like to take to social media and make their concerns known, but we never really hear from them in environments like an advisory board meeting, like a community forum. What do you say?
Support your school, support your community, support your district. Let's get out of the negative so much and let's get into the positive. There's a way to deal with our issues, our hurdles, our concerns, where we can still get resolved and not be at odds and ends against each other, because ultimately, if we're here for the kids, we're here for the kids. And that should be our most important conversation, are the children.
Yes. So as we get to our 2-minute wrap up, what's going on with little LaBarron Jr.? He's a senior, so what are the plans? Are they secret?
No.
Is he looking at schools, or what does he want to do? He's so talented between music and sports and academics. He has so many options.
Yeah, well, right now he's trying to jump into track.
Okay.
So he's going into track. He wants to go to
Jackson State.
Whoa, the sonic boom of the South.
That's where he wants to go. So we're trying to figure out how that process works, because he's been wanting to go down there ever since he was able to go down there
for band camp this summer.
Yeah, okay.
And while he was there, he played his violin. So they have an orchestra program. So all of these experiences that he gained from this district is going to help him get his goal.
Well, I will say that I will pass this message along again to my colleagues over at the Urban League and our counselors for those scholarship opportunities, not only for LaBarron, but for all of our young people who are interested in extending their education. And another quick shout out to the Gary Area Career Center for providing those experiences in those different fields that our students want to explore, whether it's radio, TV, cosmetology, barbering, graphic design, so many opportunities. As we get ready to wrap up, I know it's real quick TV time. 10 seconds, your final words. 10 seconds, your final words. If you want to say it on behalf, what are your final words as parents in the district?
As parents in the districts, we always look at our community, and this is the roots of our community. It starts at the school system. So as parents, just participate. You can catch more bees with honey. Just participate. The more you participate, the more the teachers are drawn to you. The more the teachers know that, the more they see you, the more they address you. It's just as simple as that. It's not hard.
There you have it. Ladies and gentlemen watching, these are the Burton's parents of the district. I have been your host, Chelsea Whittington. I want to thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
WSTG TV.